Two quarterbacks, two completely different journeys. One trophy. Josh Allen, Buffalo's warrior. A 6'5" freight train with a cannon for an arm, fresh off a Thursday night performance where he dismantled Miami's defense with ruthless efficiency. He's the reigning MVP, carrying the Bills to a 3-0 start, and he looks like a man chasing dynasty status. And then there's Baker Mayfield, the underdog, the fighter, the man who was written off. Just 2 years ago, his career was on life support. Now in Tampa Bay, he's throwing touchdowns without a single interception, winning games late, and rewriting his story in real time. By week 3 of the 2025 season, the MVP conversation has already found its two headline names: Allen, the unstoppable juggernaut, and Mayfield, the redemption warrior. The NFL MVP award is the most prestigious individual honor in football. It doesn't just celebrate stats, it defines legacies. MVP is what separates stars from legends. It's what cements quarterbacks in history, standing alongside names like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes. Winning it once is a dream. Winning it twice in a row, that's rare air. Only a handful of men, Favre, Manning, Rodgers, have ever pulled it off. And that's what Josh Allen is chasing right now. After his Week 3 statement win against the Dolphins, his case is undeniable. He's the most dominant player in football, and Buffalo is once again a Super Bowl favorite because of him. But MVP isn't just about dominance. Sometimes it's about defiance. It's about rewriting the narrative. And that's where Baker Mayfield steps in. Once discarded by Cleveland, traded, cut, and mocked, Mayfield has fought his way back into the spotlight. His Buccaneers are winning close games because of him. He's throwing touchdowns, avoiding mistakes, and showing that his fire never went out. So the question becomes, does MVP belong to the proven king or the reborn fighter? This season, the award isn't just about who's playing the best football. It's about what kind of greatness the NFL chooses to celebrate. When Josh Allen's name was called on draft night in 2018, the reaction was mixed at best.
With the 7th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Josh Allen, quarterback, Wyoming.
The Buffalo Bills had just spent the 7th overall pick on a quarterback from Wyoming, a program few NFL fans had ever watched closely. The scouting reports painted a quarterback with tools but no polish, accuracy issues, wild mechanics, and decision-making that leaned reckless. His rookie season seemed to confirm the doubts. Stats show Allen threw for just 2,074 yards, with 10 touchdowns and 12 interceptions in 12 starts. He completed barely over 52% of his passes. The only flashes of brilliance came with his legs. He ran for 631 yards and 8 rushing touchdowns, a preview of the dual-threat nightmare he could become. But as a passer, the label was already stamped, project. The Bills, however, saw something deeper. They doubled down on building around him. In 2020, they traded for wide receiver Stephon Diggs, giving Allen his first elite weapon. The results were immediate. Allen's accuracy leapt, his production soared, and Buffalo's offense transformed into one of the most dangerous in football. His 2020 breakout is staggering: 4,544 passing yards, 37 touchdowns, and a completion rate of 69.2%. He added 421 rushing yards and 8 rushing touchdowns. In just 2 seasons, he went from scattershot rookie to legitimate MVP contender, finishing second in the voting that year. From there, the arc only sharpened. Each year, Allen added polish, smarter pocket awareness, refined footwork, and an ability to make the impossible look routine. Defensive coordinators faced a dilemma no scheme could solve.
Fiery competitor, a guy who's going to go out there and absolutely give it his all, to a point where you want him to slide at some points.
You know what time it is, Mitch.
He stiff-armed the dude from LA.
He took that defender and threw him down like he was a rag doll.
Blitz him and risk giving up a 50-yard strike, or drop back and watch him bulldoze for first downs. By 2024, Allen reached the peak. He finally won his first MVP, solidifying what Buffalo always believed, that their gamble on a raw prospect would pay off with a generational talent. NFL.com logged his 2024 totals at 4,830 total yards, passing plus rushing, and over 40 combined touchdowns, powering the Bills to a 13-4 record and another playoff run. Allen's evolution has been nothing short of cinematic. From a quarterback mocked for his inaccuracy to a player defenses now fear on every snap, he has rewritten the script of his career. The rise wasn't quick or easy, it was earned. One throw, one hit, one season at a time. Now, entering 2025 as the reigning MVP, Allen isn't chasing respect anymore. He's chasing history, the kind only a few quarterbacks have ever touched. The defending MVP isn't slowing down. Through 3 weeks of the 2025 season, Josh Allen has Buffalo out to a 3-0 start, and he's already authored some of the most impressive performances of the young season. Opening day against Baltimore set the tone. Allen threw for over 250 passing yards and added 2 rushing touchdowns, becoming just the 6th quarterback in league history to post that stat line in a season opener. It wasn't just production, it was control.
Look at the maneuvering. Josh Allen chased by Von Miller.
Holy cow, what a throw by Josh Allen.
Every drive felt like Allen had the Ravens on their heels, mixing deep strikes with punishing runs that broke the will of defenders. Buffalo walked away with a statement win, and Allen walked away with headlines that screamed MVP form again. Week 2 was about resilience. Against the Jets, Buffalo faced a ferocious pass rush and a hostile environment. Allen didn't light up the scoreboard, but he played smart, mistake-free football, guiding his team to a 30-10 win. The box score mattered less than the approach. 0 turnovers, efficient throws, and an understanding that sometimes the best way to dominate is by refusing to give your opponent hope. And then came Thursday night, Week 3, against Miami. This was the performance that cemented Allen's early season case. He was nearly flawless. 22 completions on 28 attempts, 213 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He didn't throw a single interception. His passer rating, an elite 134.1. On the ground, he added 25 rushing yards, extending drives, and reminding the Dolphins that even when they had receivers blanketed, Allen's legs could still beat them. Buffalo won 31-21, moving to 3-0, and Allen looked untouchable. What makes his start so compelling isn't just the numbers, though those are impressive. It's the efficiency. Allen has completed over 70% of his passes through 3 games, something his critics never believed he could sustain when he entered the league. He's already accounted for multiple touchdowns in each game, with 0 interceptions across nearly 100 pass attempts. The reckless gunslinger label that haunted his early years feels like ancient history. He's top 5 in touchdown passes, top 10 in passer rating, and among the leaders in yards per attempt. He's not padding numbers in garbage time. He's setting the tone in wins that matter. Most importantly, his value to Buffalo is undeniable. With injuries stacking up on defense, including starters like Matt Milano and Ed Oliver, Allen is carrying more responsibility than ever. And yet, the Bills aren't just surviving. They're thriving because Allen is playing near-perfect football. For now, he's the clear frontrunner. But in the shadows, another quarterback is building a case that's just as compelling, not through dominance, but through redemption. When Baker Mayfield walked onto the stage as the first overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, he carried the weight of an entire city.
With the first pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Baker Mayfield, quarterback, Oklahoma.
Cleveland hadn't tasted playoff football in nearly 2 decades. Quarterback after quarterback had failed, and Mayfield was supposed to be different, fiery, fearless, and unshakable. At first, he was. In his rookie year, Mayfield gave the Browns something they hadn't felt in years: hope. He threw 27 touchdown passes in 2018, breaking the rookie record at the time. His swagger matched the numbers, and suddenly Cleveland believed they had their franchise quarterback. But the NFL is unforgiving. The years that followed were a roller coaster. In 2020, Mayfield looked like the real deal, throwing 26 touchdowns to just 8 interceptions and leading the Browns to their first playoff win in 26 years. The savior of Cleveland headlines were everywhere. Then came the injuries. A torn labrum in 2021, a carousel of coaches and offensive coordinators. By 2022, the Browns were done waiting. They shipped Mayfield to Carolina, and the fall from grace was swift. He bounced from the Panthers to the Rams, a quarterback once hailed as a savior, now clinging to backup opportunities. By the end of that year, most of the league had written him off. Journeyman, bust, flame out. Those were the labels stuck to his name. But Baker Mayfield isn't built to quit. When Tampa Bay gave him a shot in 2023, he grabbed it with both hands. And in 2024, he delivered a season that silenced critics. According to NFL.com, Mayfield threw for over 4,000 yards, with 28 touchdowns and a career-best completion rate of 64.5%. He didn't just manage games, he won them. Tampa, a team many expected to fade after Tom Brady's retirement, was back in the fight because of Mayfield's fire. It wasn't just the numbers, it was the way he played, attacking defenses with confidence, fighting through adversity, and never losing the edge that made him unique. The same grit that once electrified Cleveland was alive again in Tampa, this time tempered by experience and scars. Mayfield's journey is one of the NFL's great redemption arcs. From number 1 pick to discarded journeyman, back to franchise cornerstone, he has rewritten his career narrative. Now, in 2025, he isn't just playing for Tampa. He's playing for history. An MVP run wouldn't just crown his comeback. It would cement one of the most unlikely transformations in modern NFL history. The first 2 weeks of the 2025 season have put Baker Mayfield squarely back into the national spotlight. For a quarterback once labeled a journeyman, his start has been nothing short of a statement. He belongs, and he's not done rewriting his story.
Mayfield steps up. He's going to run it. Mayfield at the 5, trying to get in, and he does! Touchdown!
In the opener, Mayfield wasn't asked to put up gaudy numbers. He played within the system, took what the defense gave him, and protected the football. It wasn't about volume, it was about control. He delivered 2 touchdown passes, avoided mistakes, and proved he could guide Tampa's offense without forcing throws. For a quarterback whose critics always point to recklessness, the efficiency was a quiet answer. The second game was where Mayfield's MVP whispers began. Facing Houston, the Buccaneers trailed late in the fourth quarter. That's when Mayfield came alive. With less than 2 minutes on the clock, he engineered a long, methodical drive that ended in the end zone, his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The composure, the accuracy, and the improvisation under pressure showed exactly why his teammates believe in him. Through 2 games, Mayfield hasn't turned the ball over once. That's not a small detail. In today's NFL, where turnovers often decide games, ball security is a superpower. And for Mayfield, who once struggled with forcing throws into coverage, the clean slate is proof of growth. His decision-making has matured. He's balancing his trademark aggression with patience, striking when it matters, holding back when it doesn't. Tampa Bay is too, and not because of overwhelming roster talent, but because of Mayfield's leadership. His fire is infectious, teammates feed off it, and it shows late in games. He isn't just producing numbers, he's changing outcomes. If Mayfield keeps this pace, a high touchdown to interception ratio, clutch late game wins, and steady efficiency, he won't just be a dark horse candidate. He'll be in the heart of the MVP conversation. 2 weeks in, his redemption arc has gone from hopeful to undeniable. And if he keeps stringing together performances like these, the NFL will have to decide, does MVP belong to dominance or to defiance? The MVP race isn't just about numbers, but when 2 quarterbacks are playing this well, the tale of the tape matters. Side by side, Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield offer 2 radically different cases for the same award. So who do you choose? The quarterback rewriting the record books or the quarterback rewriting his career? MVP voters will have to decide whether this award belongs to inevitability or inspiration. Josh Allen has the numbers, the efficiency, and the team success. He's the reigning MVP, and through 3 weeks of 2025, he looks every bit the part again. Over 600 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and a 3-0 record. He's doing it with precision, power, and poise. If the season ended today, Allen would walk away with his second straight MVP, joining an exclusive fraternity of legends. But Baker Mayfield's case can't be ignored. He's thrown 5 touchdowns with 0 turnovers in just 2 games, guiding Tampa Bay to a 2-0 start when many expected them to collapse. He isn't overwhelming defenses with sheer dominance. He's outthinking them, outlasting them, and delivering in the biggest moments. His late-game drive against Houston was the kind of sequence that etches itself into a season's highlight reel. This is the beauty of the MVP race. It isn't just about stats on a spreadsheet. It's about value. It's about story. It's about what a player means to his team and to the league. Allen's case is dynasty. Mayfield's is redemption. One is the juggernaut, the other the fighter. And neither is wrong. If you believe MVP should go to the most dominant, unstoppable force in football, your choice is clear: Josh Allen. If you believe MVP should capture the human element, the story of resilience and rebirth, then Baker Mayfield deserves your vote. Either way, we're watching something special unfold. Who's your MVP right now? Allen or Mayfield, or someone else? Drop it in the comments. Smash like. If you love a good NFL debate, subscribe for more cinematic breakdowns, weekly predictions, and bold storytelling all season long. Because this MVP race, it's not just about football. It's about history in the making. Peace out.